Hey everyone, how are you? I am trying to find myself. Oh, no, undo. There we go. Turn myself down. All right, actually. See if I can. Okay. Good afternoon, Amanda, for the second time. I'm going to share this over to my page real quick. And then we will get started. All right, post. Okay. Amanda, did you get Terry's lunch dropped off to him? Good afternoon, Carol. Carol, you were a winner today. I drew your name for Sharon. So, all right, I'm going to grab something to drink. Something to drink real quick. And it looks like my host code is kind of wonky. We're going to see if we can move that a little bit. I can't ever tell where the center is. Oh, he's trying to take over your craft room. Oh, tell him absolutely not. A girl's got to have her craft room. Gotta. So I have this light that's over my videos, but it's not even working. I think all it's doing is causing a glare. But, all right, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to start with giving away the prizes from last week. So make sure you're commenting and you're sharing. When you comment, you get your name put in. When you share, there's a whole separate prize for that. And I did not pull the prizes for today, but I'll pull some good ones and give those away. And it'll be 3 again for next week. So the first one is Deb won the braided linen trim. And then for commenting, and then Karen Jones won the new pastel pearls. These are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Deb, I just actually called your name. You won a ribbon. So, and then Karen, you won these. And then Carol, you won this stamp set. It's actually a retired one, but I was going through some of my products that I've never used that are retired, and so I hope you don't have this one. I don't think you do. I think this retired before you started really doing Stampin' Up. So I will I'll get that sent to you this week. All right. So those are those. Going to put them by my computer so I remember to actually send them out tonight. This is really all kind of crazy there. Okay, so real quick before we get started, I wanted to go over a couple things. I have the Dawsey January class. That is this Saturday. I do have, I think it's 2 or 3 kits left. 3. I have 3 kits left. So if you are interested, you can PayPal me. Oh, good. Okay. Good, Carol. I'm glad. You can PayPal. The class is $10 for the Dawsey class because we're leaving this at the same price that it's always been for when it was in person. But now we're moving it to my page instead of the other page. And so if you're interested in this, it's $10 and I will get it in the mail to you if you would like. Class is this Saturday, so at 10 o'clock. So I probably need to get in the mail by Wednesday. I do have one more kit left from the January Columbia class. So that was the class at the beginning of the month. You can find all of these videos right here on Facebook, which it's actually in the business page. So you can find all of that. But then I also have a bundle club that is left over that uses the Nothing's Better Than. And let me pull that stamp set. So this is the stamp set that it uses, and it has 5 projects that actually go with it. This is $25. I had to think about that for just this. And then you could always add on the bundle if you wanted. So that is that. And if you want the January Columbia class, it's $15, and I can send that on to you if you're interested. Sorry. Okay, the next thing is bingo. So bingo registration ends this Saturday so that I can order enough, get the supplies in time for actually mailing them out to those that are doing Zoom. So registration is $39 and it's due by this Saturday. We'll do 6 rounds of bingo, and then there's 4 make and takes. There's actually going to probably be a 5th one because I have one more idea, but I was going to show you just really quick the 4 cards that I've already created. So you've got 1, and I'm just going to show them quick. 2, 3, and then 4. So that is bingo, and you'll get the supplies in order to make these cards, but I can't stamp anything. So if you don't have the sets, you can always substitute with something else. But anyway, again, registration is due by this Saturday. All right, I can't go without saying about the join special. Right now for $99 plus tax, it is the perfect time to join. January and February, which we're almost to the end of January, Stampin' Up! Has a special going on right now where you can get these packs of paper, which are the new colors that will be in, or the new designer series paper that will be in the 2021 to 2022 annual catalog. So if you join right now, you get these 5 packs for free. A great thing about the starter kit is you don't have to run a business. You don't have to do Facebook Lives. You don't have to do any of that. You can just be a discount shopper. Most of the people on my team are just that. They don't have any classes. They just buy and get that discount. So if you are interested, let me know and I will be happy to walk you through that process. And then I just wanted to give another little shout out. More information will come about this, but the spring retreat will be Saturday, April the 17th. It'll be a to-go as well as in person. And I think that's it. Let's see. Make sure I got all my notes here. Yes. So that is it for January. February, I've already designed the Columbia class. So here's a little sneak peek of those 2 cards. So if you're interested in that class, let me know. I will actually start cutting that later tonight so that I can start getting those out. And that class is $15, and that'll be the first Saturday in February. All right, I think that might officially be it. So let's start our projects. So we're going to be using the Sweet Strawberry bundle. I have fallen in love with this bundle. Absolutely fallen in love with it. So you have the Strawberry Bundle Punch that comes with it, or Strawberry Builder Punch is actually what it's called. It has this little flower here that punches out this image, but as amazing as Stampin' Up! Is, this flower right here coordinates with our small bloom punch that is in the annual catalog. So we're going to actually be using all 3 of these today for our projects. All right. Oh, I did forget to say, the description in this video, or there's the description for this video. It has everything in it. I just have to go back in and add the links in order for you to see what products were used and all of the measurements and that kind of stuff. But I'll be posting that a little bit later because I'm not quite done with it yet. I might have gotten a little bit behind this morning on getting some stuff done. So, all right, so this is going to be our first project, and I love the colors of this. And what we're going to do first is this is the Love You Always mini treat boxes, or I think that's what it's called. They're little slider boxes. They're really cute, and I didn't put anything in it, but you could fit, you could actually fit 2 fruit roll-ups in it. You can also fit some like M&Ms or, you know, any kind of candy you could fit in here as well. So lots of things, lots of room to put stuff in. All right, so we're gonna put our box together, and what you wanna do first is just fold on all the score lines. And y'all, today we're actually gonna do 3 projects because I couldn't decide which ones to do. So we're gonna make 2 3D items, and then we're gonna make a card. All right. Actually, that one will go out. Okay, so the trick to putting this together, I'm gonna show you really quick. Fold on all your score lines. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take one side, you're gonna fold it up. I'm gonna fold that one back just for now so it's out of the way so you can see. So you're gonna fold these 2 sides up. Well, I didn't fold on that score line. Okay, so you're gonna pull these 2 sides up like this. You're gonna flip that over it, and then just leave it kind of like that, okay? And it's gonna fold up a little bit, but that's okay. It'll come back together easily, but just kind of leave your hand there. You're gonna fold in those 2 flaps and fold over. It is kind of tricky. Sometimes you need more than one hand, or more than 2 hands actually. Okay, so you're gonna scoot those in. You're gonna hold those and flip this front part in. When you do that, it's gonna start holding those 2 sides together. Now, you're gonna take this long piece right here. You're gonna fold this in just like that, and then press that down, and it's gonna attach in here in that little slit, and it will keep it all together. For your outside, all you have to do is fold it just like that, and then stick your bottom box in, and that's it. It is easy peasy. Takes a little time to get used to, but once you get it, you get it. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some snail mail DSP, and I'm gonna show you this paper really quick. Y'all, it is amazing. I love it. I love the colors of it. So it comes in 12 by 12, but you've got all kinds of snails in here. You've got fun patterns on one side, and on the other you've got, well, more fun patterns, but you have more of the snails and the mushrooms. So great pack of paper. Very colorful, great for kids if you have kids in your life that you need to do projects for or cards for. So, all right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of lay half of it on the top, just like this. And then we're just gonna we're gonna make sure it's even. And then we're gonna fold. We're gonna give it a little bit of a crease. We're gonna turn it around. We're gonna give it a good crease. Okay, now we're gonna take it, lay it on one side, and do the same thing. Fold it and then give it a good crease. Then you're gonna flip it over and do the same thing. Okay, and that's just to give it so that it's not real bulky on the sides. It's making it a smooth, tight wrap. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put adhesive here and here. So we wanna put it on the end so that that end attaches there, but then we're gonna put it here just so it gives it a little bit cleaner of a look. And we're gonna use some Stampin' Seal Plus to do that. All right. And you're not attaching it to the box, so you can always take it off and repurpose it again if the person gives it back to you in one, you know, and it's all still intact. So you can slide your belly band right off of it as well. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a piece of this basic white paper and you're gonna cut it using these stitched shapes, and you're taking the next to the largest. That's the one you're gonna cut. Let me put that back in there because otherwise I might lose it and it's not going back in. There we go. Okay, so you're gonna have that, and the first thing we're gonna do before we attach that is we're gonna take some of the snail mail twine. We're gonna take the white. It comes in a pack of 2. We're gonna take the white. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach a little bit of adhesive right here, which your circle is gonna lay over that, so it's not gonna be seen at all. And then we're just gonna take our ribbon and kind of make it in a zigzag pattern. And what I want is for the ends to be on both sides. So now we're gonna take our scissors and we're just gonna cut this end off. And that looks like a mess. Looks like a total hot mess. Oh, thank you, Hope. Oh, hey Florence, how are you? All right, so now what we're gonna take and we're gonna pop this up right over it. You're not gonna stamp it all on this piece, so you can go ahead and attach this piece before you do any of your stamping. And for me, I do that because otherwise I might lose the piece since I have it all cut already. And I'm using the ends or the outside of my dimensional sheet. Oops. I just dropped it. All right, got it back. Okay, so now we're just gonna stick that right over there. So all you're wanting is this ribbon just to kind of stick out a little bit. Just gives it a little extra. Okay, now we're gonna do a bunch of stamping. And I didn't do any of this ahead of time, so y'all have to watch me on all the projects. But I think I've gotten it down pretty good. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna take Real Red, and we're gonna need Bermuda Bay, Flirty Flamingo, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, and Real Red. It's a lot of colors, but all together it looks really pretty. Okay, so we're gonna stamp our strawberries. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna stamp the strawberries in Real Red. When you stamp them, you want the fatter part to be down at the bottom. So it's technically the top of your strawberry. You want it to be at the bottom of your page. And then when you go to stamp another one, you want to put it a good ways away. And the reason for that is how your layout with your punches are, okay? So just a little trick. All right, now we're gonna take our inside. We're gonna stamp it. We're not gonna re-ink, we're just gonna re-stamp. So you're gonna have a dark and a light strawberry, because strawberries are never the same color, right? Okay, so we're gonna put that red up. Now we're gonna take our Granny Apple Green. We're gonna stamp our stems to our strawberries, and we're going to, I always have to remember, we're gonna stamp these like this on this side over here. Really the best way, if you're gonna have to stamp this a lot, the best way to do it is to make a template of your punch and then put it on your Stamparatus and do it that way. It goes much quicker and it's way easier, but I didn't do all that. I should have, but I didn't. All right, so now we're gonna take our inside of our stem. And there we go. The next thing we're going to do, since we've got our granny apple green out, is we're going to do our leaf. We want to stamp 2 of those. So we're going to stamp there and there. And then we're going to do our inside. Okay, now that is it for our granny apple green, so we'll put that one up. All right, let's go ahead and stamp our flowers. So we're going to do our small flowers with the Daffodil Delight. So we're going to do the outside, and we're going to stamp it, yep, just twice. And then we're going to do our inside. And y'all can hear my husband in the background, can't you? He's on the phone, so he has no idea how loud he is. All right. I kind of missed it, but it'll be all right. We're good. All right. So now let's take our Flirty Flamingo. And we're going to do our big one. I absolutely love these flowers. All right, we're going to stamp these in the center because we have a separate punch for it. So you'll see what we'll do. All right. There we go. And now we want to do our sentiment. So I have a separate piece of paper for that because we're going to use the little mini cutter for that. And I want to do hello there. And I want to do it in Bermuda Bay. And we're going to stamp it right here at the bottom. Just like that. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and do our sentiment first, since it's the last thing we did. I'm going to take this little paper cutter that was an incentive or a little extra for those who joined last year. And we're going to cut that right off. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually punch our ends. And we're going to use this lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch. And we're going to do this, this punch right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over. We're going to stick our piece in. We're going to make it even on both sides. You want it to be even on those sides. So it's not going to, you're not actually going to fit it in one of your grooves. Just know that. But you can still make it work without putting it in a groove. You just have to make it even. All right. So there we go. So now we've got that end. Now what we're going to have to do is cut off this side here. We're just going to make a straight line. Then we're going to have to take a little sticky. These are just little Post-it notes, and it's sticky all the way around, but it's not real sticky. We're going to attach it to this end. And what this is doing is it's causing an extension, or it's giving us an extension so we can get it in our punch and actually punch it. Because the basic white is going to go all the way in, and you're not going to be able to see it anymore. All right, so then you get it even, and you punch it. And then there you go. I love these little punches. There's several of them that Stampin' Up! Has, and there's a new one in the new catalog, and they are so great. Just great. Okay, so let's punch all of these out now. And how we're going to do this is we're going to start with this little strawberry right here. We're going to punch it, and it's going to cause a lot of extra little white pieces, and that's okay. We're just going to put those to the side. We're going to stamp or cut out the, oh my goodness. We're going to punch out the flowers. Goodness gracious. Okay. It's hard. I don't know what the difference is, but it's hard just to do the one flower. So, all right. And then we're going to line this one up. And punch. Pull that away. Okay, and then we're going to take and cut as I throw scissors all over the table. I'm gonna grab my big scissors because what we're gonna do is cut that piece off. And then we're gonna stick it in our punch like this. And then we're gonna do the other one. All right, I need to pick up the pace a little bit. All right, let's do these two flowers here so that we can punch out the strawberries. So we're gonna punch and punch. I don't wanna have y'all on here for 100 years. So, all right, let's go ahead and do the other strawberry now. You see all that flying? Fun, fun. Okay, now we're gonna cut that piece off there, and we're going to stamp, or we're gonna punch out this. And we'll probably have to add an extension to the second one. Okay. I need to keep that little piece out. Okay, so I'm taking the same one, and now I'm gonna stick it on the end of that. We're gonna cut this off because we don't need that to be in the way. And then we're gonna punch that out. Okay, now let's get putting it all together. We're gonna take some mini glue dots. We're going to attach our little stems to our strawberries. It did not pick up the mini glue dot. There we go. Okay, let's do our other one. Okay, now we're gonna take our little box. We're gonna put our strawberries on first, but I'm actually gonna take and move this strawberry up a little bit. We're just gonna lay it flat, so we're gonna do Stampin' Seal Plus. We're gonna pull that up a little bit more, so it's kind of hanging off there. Then we're gonna put a dimensional on the back of this. And we're gonna stick that right there. Okay, now we're going to attach this flower with a Stampin' Dimensional. Oh, those are gonna be a little big. So let me get a small one. Okay, so we're gonna stick this one right about here. Then we're gonna take a leaf. We're gonna put a mini glue dot on the back of it. And we're gonna stick it in between those two strawberries and that flower. Then we're gonna take the other leaf, mini glue dot. We're gonna stick it kind of up underneath there, just like that. Then we're gonna take our sentiment. We're gonna put a dimensional on one side of it. So we're gonna put a dimensional right there. We're gonna put a little bit of adhesive on the other side. And then we're gonna lay it straight across the strawberry like that. Okay. Now we're gonna add our other flowers. So we want this one to go on with actually a dimensional. Let's see. All right. And this is gonna stick up right up underneath here like that. And then we're gonna stick on this one right here. Okay, and then one more, we're gonna put it on a dimensional as well. And we're gonna stick this one right here, since we kind of moved the strawberries up, but I wanted the strawberry to be seen a little bit more. So the last thing we need to do is we need to add some of these resin hearts embellishments. I love these things, as you can tell. And we're going to stick them there. And we'll stick this one right there on that strawberry. And then we're going to stick one up there. All right, so that is box number 1, or project number 1, I guess. All right. So let me get that one out the way. And I'll bring them all back in at the end. Okay, the next one we're going to do is going to be this little mini pizza box. And I dropped all my stuff. Okay, of course. All right, so what I did was I cut a piece of Granny Apple Green. Actually, before we do all that, we need to put all this in. So you're going to fold on all the score lines, just like you did with the other one. And I love that our boxes like this do not require adhesive. That is great because you can put a whole bunch of them together really quick. Okay, so you're going to take and put in one side at a time. We're going to fold that one back so that you can see. So you're going to pop these in here and then fold over, and it'll attach that side. These little edges right here will attach down in here, and you'll see it pulls out these little pieces. Okay, and then you'll do that to the other side. Fold over and attach in. Then all you do is you close it up. You put your 2 flaps here on the inside. And these 2 little flaps go in these little notches right there. And there you go. Perfect. All right, so then I cut a piece of Granny Apple Green and I embossed it using the Brick and Mortar embossing folder. We're going to take some Stampin' Seal Plus and we're going to attach it to the front. Oop. All right. Then we're going to take a stitched scalloped from the Stitch So Sweetly Dies, I think is what it's called, and it's from the So Sentimental stamp set, and it's the largest one. And we're going to take, Stampin' Up! Came out with some blender brushes, and I'm getting the hang of it. I'm starting to enjoy them. We're going to take some Granny Apple Green, and we're going to put a little bit on our brush. Now, what I suggest is you going off first on a piece of paper, but if you don't, that's okay. What you want to do is kind of get it, start it where it's going to get covered. So I'm going to start it here, and then I'm going to work my way around. And you'll see, because you can see here, you've got that really dark spot, and that's what happens. All right, and then you're just going to move it around, kind of get that background. Don't get the whole background, you're just doing a little bit. All right, and then that's it. We're going to go ahead and start stamping everything. Actually, first, we need to stamp our leaf, which I did not pull out. So let me pull that out, and I have to get a big block for that. So hold on 2 seconds. I forgot about that one. Oh, no, actually I did. Just kidding. Look at there. I do need a piece of paper, though, that I can stamp on, because I'm going to stamp off. All right, so we're going to ink it up in some Granny Apple Green. We're going to kind of stamp it right about here. And then we're going to stamp off in some other places. And then we're going to do one up here. Like that, okay? All right. Now, since we've got this out, we're going to go ahead and stamp our leaves. We're going to grab our piece of scratch. We're going to, just like we did last time, we're gonna ink up the leaf, and we want to do 3 of them this time. Okay, and then we're gonna do the inside of them. I did not line that first one up good, but that's quite all right. Okay, so then we're gonna take our strawberry stem. We need to stamp 3 of those. And then do the inside. Okay. All right, that's it for that. And then we're gonna do real red for our strawberries again. I really like the strawberries in the real red. I think it looks perfect. And we need 3 of them. Okay, so we're gonna ink up. We're gonna stamp, stamp, and then re-ink and stamp again. Okay? And then we need to do our flowers. And we're gonna do the little and the big. All right, so our big one again is in, nope, we're actually gonna switch colors. We're gonna do the big one in yellow, in the Daffodil Delight. So we're gonna clean off. And then let's start inking up, but let's see. And we need 3, yep. All right, we're gonna do it that way. We'll cut around everything. Ooh. Okay, I am not stamping these well now. Okay, there we go. All right, and then our yellow. And the comments went away, so sorry if y'all have been, this is how we learn, by watching. Oh, oh, thanks, Florence. Yeah, well, I didn't really think it through on how long it would take to stamp and punch everything, so, but it'll be all right. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do is we want to stamp our sentiment, and we're gonna stamp Happy Birthday, You Sweet Thing. I don't know how much I like that sentiment, but it says happy birthday. And we're just gonna stamp it right up here at the top. And it's in real red, so you can see through the green. Okay? All right, so let's start punching. Actually, before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and adhere this on. We're gonna use Stampin' Dimensionals. And you know, I put enough on there so that it stays nice and full. Okay. All right, let's see. That one and one more. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna attach this. We wanna make sure we're at the front of our box. So here's our front. So we're gonna attach this right here in the center. Okay, now we're gonna start punching. All right. I'm gonna lean down to do this. Those of you that were on last week, I have changed my setup to where I am standing now. And don't know how well I like it yet, but we'll figure it out. I do like to stand and craft. So let's actually cut these out first. There we go. All right. Now we're going to stick this one down. Okay, there we go. All right, let's grab a long piece of this. We're going to attach it there. Okay, that's one. And everything is now stuck in there. There we go. And then let's do number 2. We should be able to do this one without. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to do our little flowers here. And then one more here. I'm gonna have little papers everywhere when it's all said and done, aren't I? All right, we're gonna cut out these now so we can get these in here. And then we're gonna make sure I'm keeping all these in good places. Okay, we gotta cut this. Do the next one. The next one is just flowers. The card is just flowers, so it shouldn't take as long. Okay, and then one more. We're gonna attach this little piece here. Oh, that did not work. Okay, there we go. All right, now we just have one more little flower here. Get it lined up, however I can get it lined up. There we go. Goodness. Okay, and now we're gonna stick in our other flowers in our other punch. Stick it in this way. Great thing about the both of these little flowers is that there is no right way or wrong way, so it just fits in your punch. You don't have to worry about aligning it as far as that goes. All right, let me put all of this in the trash. Okay, now let's start building. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put our little stems on our strawberries. So we're going to, again, use, all right, let me move that for a minute so I can pull that up there. Okay. So we're going to grab our little stems, put a glue dot on it, attach it the right way. Attach it, and one more. Okay, so now we're going to attach those here in this corner right here. So we're going to take and put Stampin' Seal on the back. We're going to put one right about here, just kind of underneath that sentiment is where you want it to go. You don't want it to cover the sentiment, but you can get it up there like that. All right, and then we're gonna do the other one flat. We're gonna do it kind of hanging off over here. Then we're gonna put dimensionals on the back of this one. We're gonna stick that one kind of like that, right there. Okay, let's take one of our yellow flowers, our Daffodil Delight flowers. We're gonna put a glue dot on the back of it and we're gonna stick it kind of up in there. We're gonna take a little Flirty Flamingo one, stick it right about there, just below your sentiment. Then we're going to take a flower. We're going to take a leaf. I do know what it's called. Oh, crazy. All right, we're going to stick this one right about there. We're going to stick another leaf right about here. Okay, and then we're going to stick this leaf that one's got a little string off of it. We're going to stick this leaf right there. Hold on a second. I got some funky glue dots going on there. We're going to stick that one right there. Okay, hold on 2 seconds. I got to get that off because it's not sticking on the back. Okay, let's try that again. Glue dot. And we're going to stick it right here. There we go. All right. The next thing is we want to put the rest of our flowers on. So we're going to take this one. We're going to stick it right about there. We're going to take this one, stick it there. This one right about there, and this one right there. Okay, so that is that. All right, now we want to add some of those resin dots again, and we're gonna adhere those all over. So we're actually gonna take red, put it up there. We're gonna take and put one right here. Actually, it should be in the center. See, it's not in the center on this one, so we'll move that. Go back and fix it later. Okay, we're gonna put one there. And let's see, let's do a red one there. We're gonna do a white one right here. And then we'll do another white one in this one. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep. Okay. I always like to put odd ones on there. Okay. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to take some of that twine again. We're going to fold in half. We're going to tie us a nice little bow. Okay. We're going to cut off the end. Oop. Not the ribbon scissors. Let's grab the ribbon scissors. Ooh. There we go. Okay. Fix my little bow there. We're going to grab a glue dot and we're going to attach it on that one. All right, so that is project number 2. Okay, and then the last project. Let me actually clean up just a smudge. Get everything back together. Okay. So this is the last project. This is actually where the idea came from. I took a convention from another demonstrator, and yes, right, Deb? No spinning the flowers. I love it. It is amazing not to have to spin and spin until you find the right one. It's what I don't like some of them because of that. So, and good afternoon, Joyce. How are you? So I took a convention, and it's for Stampin' Up! Demonstrators through a training group that I do. And One of the projects was similar to this, but I kind of changed it up because I really wanted to use this stamp set for the project. So we're going to turn this into a card. So we're going to take Magenta Madness. We're going to fold it. We're going to give it a good crease. We're going to take and adhere Basic Black to a piece of Whisper White. Go slow when you do your dark colors like Night of Navy, Basic Black, Early Espresso. If you go slow, you will not get the pulling of the cardstock. Just a little tip I have learned. All right, and then we're going to stick that onto Basic Black. Then we're going to take and pop this up, of course. And I have completely used that. I have little sheets of dimensionals everywhere. Okay. Put that one there, and then I need one more. Right there. Okay, so now we're going to take this and pop it up on our card base. Whoop. Just like, and we're actually going to flip it. Okay, lined up a little bit better on this side. Okay, so that's our card base. Now we're going to attach this using Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm going to put one in the center. Okay, so yep. All right, and then we're just gonna, oh, you know what? I actually did forget something. I want to add this around the center. So we're gonna see if we can get this to go through. We should be able to. If we don't, you know what? We're not gonna worry about it. We'll stick a big bow right over here. All right, so we'll fold it in half. And then we'll tie a bow. And then we'll just stick it on the side. No big deal. Okay, mini glue dot. That'll be just fine, just like that. Okay, won't matter if the ribbon's on the other side, right? All right. I should have probably made it before I came live, but I figured I could do it just looking at that from memory. Okay, so we're gonna take another piece here, and we're going to take Flirty Flamingo and Daffodil Delight. We're gonna stamp, because we're on a bigger piece now, we're gonna stamp about 5 of these. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And then we're going to stamp this and Flirty Flamingo. Sorry, got a hiccup there. Oop, that did not work. Let's do 5 of these. So 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 2, 3. Y'all, What is wrong? I cannot get it to stamp. There we go. Okay, 3, 4, maybe I should take it a little slower, line it up, and 5. Okay, now we want to do 2 leaf images. We're actually going to do 3, just since it is a little bit bigger of a circle. Okay, let me see where my punch is. All right, we're going to do it like this. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now let's punch. All right, so we're going to do the leaf first. All right. And then we're going to do the little one, the little flower. We're going to start over here so that we don't okay, hold on. Let's cut this off. All right, so let's do it now. Now we should be able to get to it without a problem. Okay, there's 1 and 2. 3. 4, and then 1 more for 5. Okay, so there's that. We're going to pull out our flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right, now let's punch out the last one using the little punch. Of course, this one is quick and easy. Again, I definitely suggest if you're going to do a lot of it, like I was doing today, really make a stencil of, and how you do that is you would just literally take your punch, put it in a piece of Whisper White, or I would suggest doing a thick piece of paper. Make a template. Cut this template out. So you would take and make a template. Obviously, you would want to do it where it's a nice template, not just like this willy-nilly. And then I would suggest doing it on like a big piece of cardstock. And then take your Stamparatus and put it in your Stamparatus. So if you did a big piece of paper, it would be right here in the center. You would line up your stamps with it, ink it up, stamp it, and then you could punch it all at one time. You wouldn't have to worry about cutting the paper down and all that. So I highly suggest that, just as a little side note. Okay, I think that's all trash. All right, so let's put our card together. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and put, let's put a yellow one down. Right about here. Let's do pink one right about there. I'll put that one there. And then put that one right about there. All right, and then let's do some dimensionals on these. So we're going to take the mini dimensionals stick it there. You could do a bunch of different colors too, which I know would probably help a lot as well. All right, let's do this one here. And, or, I mean, it would give it, you know, you're not color on color so much like we are right now. Yeah. Okay, let's put 2 dimensionals on there and there. And one more. I'm gonna put that one right there. Okay, now we're gonna take and put a mini glue dot on the back, and we're gonna just stick into our, up under our flowers. Let's do down here, like that. And then we'll do one more up here at top. Okay, so now I'm going to add some black matted dots. Black matte dots is what it's called. I love these things, and I don't know why, but they're wonderful in my opinion. So we're gonna stick them in the middle of each. We're gonna stick a little one in the middle of each small flower. Okay, and then we're gonna take big ones and put it on the bigger flowers. Okay, now I don't want to put, we're actually going to take this, we're going to take this off and we're going to move it right there. How about that? Yep, I like that. Okay, so we're going to leave that just like it is on the front. You could add some wing cassella to it if you wanted. There's all kinds of little things that you could kind of add to it. But we're going to put a sentiment on the inside. And we're going to put, let's see. We're going to do, that is so sweet of you. And we're going to put it in Flirty Flamingo. And then we're just gonna stamp it right up there. And then what I want to do is I do want to add a yellow and then also make sure you do your envelope. I won't do that with you guys, but always do your envelope, because then everybody knows they're getting something really pretty in the mail. We're gonna stick this one here. All right, there we go. Okay, and then we'll attach this to the inside of our card. Yep. And then there is our card. Okay, not too bad. I really thought it was gonna take me like an hour and a half to do all that. I'm glad it didn't. Yay. Okay, let me move everything over. Basically, it means I'm creating a mess on the sides, but that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna bring in the other projects. Let me grab my trash can real quick. Dump all that in there. Okay. So here are our projects today. And don't forget that if you purchase using the host code that is in the description of the video, it has to be a minimum of $35. But if you purchase that using the host code, then you will receive these 3 make and takes in the mail. And you have until the 31st of January to do that. So if you have any questions, let me know. And again, I'm going to update the description of the video with the links on all the products that are used. And I hope everybody has a great day, and I will see you guys next week at 3 o'clock. Bye!